Here you are, ma'am.
Okay.
I think of this as
What am I seeing?
As of right now, just the floor.
Oh.
My camera's pointing at the floor. We're getting ready to go in there. Think of this as a colonoscopy for your house.
Oh, great.
Yeah. At least that's what a
I
lot
don't know
of people
if that's
say.
what I wanted to see. That looked like grease.
Yeah, we're hauling some water. Okay, so our camera's stuck at 29 feet into the pipe. We can locate it and see where it's at. But with the line being pitch black, it's very hard to tell. We know it's definitely plugged. With the snake not being able to clear it, because like Carlos had mentioned, you know, those snakes, those steel cables, it's very common sometimes they just stir, you know, like rust and stuff up from the pipe, and that can trigger another blockage. So with us getting kind of stuck up right here, and we know that, you know, the bathroom and everything else is operating properly, we know that this blockage is before we connect to the main line. So it's just this independent issue so far.
Well, a few years ago we had the front. The
main line replaced. Did you have to go all the way out into the street? Did we replace that with you? We did. Okay. You're very familiar with how the process works. Yeah. So with us being stuck right here, there's kind of one next step that we can attempt to get the pipe draining to get a clear picture at it. And that's a process what's called hydrojetting.
He said that costs a lot of money.
It can, yes ma'am. So we use it's a hose a little bit thicker than this. It shoots very high powerful water, about 3,000 psi, and it tries and blasts that clog out of the way out into the main line. That way we can get this water to drain out so we can take a picture of the actual pipe. If we're successful in doing that, we'll be able to tell, is the pipe in good shape? Is it just full of grease? Or is the pipe rotted like they talked about, where that pipe kind of settles, it starts holding water, and when you have a flat iron pipe that doesn't have grading, that water just sits on the iron, water on metal, it's going to rust out and it'll break the pipe like it could. Hydrojetting, it can be expensive, and that's the next step before we go to replacing it. So replacing it it's going to be a little bit more as far as.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't it be, rather than spend that money, wouldn't it be better to just go ahead and replace it?
I mean, yes, because if you were to do the jetting, let's say, and the jetting doesn't work, you're just out the cost of the jetting service.
Right.
You have to add an additional expense to actually replacing it.
Right. Right now, I don't want to spend any more than I have to. I mean, we're looking at a lot of money here.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn on my locator. I'm going to go to my car and go grab it, and we're going to, so in here there's like a little magnet.
Okay.
And my locator device, it will pick up this where it's running under the floor.
Okay.
And we'll be able to trace out the pipe.
Okay.
What are your questions so far?
I don't think I have any right now.
Okay. Well, let me go grab that, and we'll figure out where your pipe's at.
Okay.
How many bathrooms are in your home?
2.
2? I take it a hall and a master?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you don't have any other drains besides that?
We have the drain in the laundry room. Floor drain.
Floor drain. Okay. Alrighty. And you haven't noticed that giving you any troubles?
Well, that has forever.
It has forever. Okay.
I mean, it's always seems to have water.
The most powerful man in the world sent an actor who plays a mob boss to intimidate the jury before deliberations.
When you run a load, do you notice those water?
I haven't noticed it.
Are your restrooms on the other side of me?
They're this way.
That way. That's roughly 20, 25 feet, so we're probably over nearing this area.
So you don't think we'll go that way? It would go that way?
I think we're going to be coming right in between the two.
Ah, that's just a
Just a
coat
closet.
closet.
Okay.
Biden made an actor restrict in Lower Manhattan,
The one
saying
that's
his phone
right
is
there.
worse than 9/11. And then the actor slipped and went
It's
off script
in
and
that
admitted
room.
he's trying to scare you.
Right by
Politics,
that.
you can admit you're trying to scare voters. It's not the movies. But watch what happens when there is
This
no
is the
script.
layout of what we're expecting. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's what happens when Team Biden can't pre-select questions from toadies. Got even more embarrassing when a carjacker set off an alarm. The kind of crime Bragg doesn't prosecute. And it drowned out De Niro.
These guys are the true heroes. They
Hopefully
stood
can't
and
play
put
here.
their lives on the line for these lowlifes, for Trump. They lied under oath. They lied under oath.
Oh,
Full lies.
okay.
Well, they were supposed to tell you.
That's interesting.
It is. Do you watch Star Wars? It sounds like R2-D2 when I turn them on.
I will stand behind you, my friend.
My grandson would love that.
Oh, very cool.
De Niro thought it was just going to be like one of those movie red carpet premieres where everybody kisses up. But at the slightest challenge, the man couldn't keep his emotions in check.
So what are you listening for?
The noise is going to get like this, but much more louder,
Okay.
and then that lets us know the general area.
Okay.
Then we get even louder and make a more solid sound once we're right on top of it.
Oh.
New Yorkers see it for what it is, a political prosecution. It's what the Trump team's been saying all along.
But the best
Oh, so you wouldn't have to tear up the whole thing from there to there.
We'd have to make a trench about 30, 40 foot long.
But how do you do it underneath the walls?
We tunnel.
Oh.
So if the wall is like right where my foot's at, we cut the floor up to here, cut the floor up to here, and then we dig on both sides and we pull the pipe out and push it piece through.
Yeah, the house is 53 years old, so I imagine it's got
77,
71.
71. Alrighty. So we're in that area of iron, life expectancy is not very old. So it's kind of at your hands if you want to attempt to clean the pipe to see if we can get the blockage to drain, or if you want to
well,
attempt to replace it. Replacing it is money, it's not going to be cheap. The reason I say this because we have to roll up the carpet, cut through the floor, replace all the pipe, the concrete, and all that has to be taken out by hand. Once we're all done, we'll replace the concrete, but as far as the finished tile and the carpet, that's something we don't replace. So
so who would do that?
you'd have to source through a carpenter or a contractor to replace it. Is this just a big rug, or is this carpet right here? This is carpet. So what we can do, we can roll a carpet up cutting it, and when we're done we can roll it back down, but we won't tack it back into place with tack strip. So for the carpet portion, that's as simple as a carpenter coming out to re-stretch the carpet into place. But for the tile, you'd have to have a tile expert come out and replace it to be able to get stuff.
Now, he said you might know something about homeowners insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know anything about AAA?
Well, I know a little bit about it, yeah. Sometimes I've seen them cover the pipe, sometimes I haven't. The way that we can try our luck, once we open up the flooring, we take a picture of that pipe that's all gooped up and broken. We submit that to insurance and we tell them this pipe is broken, we need to replace it, and then we build a documentation packet that AAA requires, providing whatever they need, cost breakdowns, that sort of thing.
I know they were really good about helping us with
Okay.
that outside.
So they might help me with this one too. Unfortunately, that's just something we can't get this time. Same style.
Right,
like
right.
house, so
No, that would be the insurance.
that's at their discretion.
Mm. Wow.
Something like this though, we can get it underway for you tomorrow. That way you can have it as soon as you close.
So you can start on it tomorrow?
First thing in the morning. Whether you choose to like start replacing the pipe or choose to do it.
So would you have to undo the tile?
Because it's going that way, we don't know where it's going. The problem is we're stuck right here under the couch, and we can get the camera further to determine
very big area so that we have trouble getting around?
So as far as width goes, we're about 24 to 30 inches in width of a trench, and then depth on average we're about 18 to 24 inches that we have to dig. So it'll be a little 2 foot section, 2 to 3 feet wide that you have to dig through tomorrow. But if we can fully, guide it, kind of maybe come out here. That's probably the best way. Go through the kitchen, curve the pipe, and come in here. That way, tomorrow we can just have that little area. We can lay out a board or a room out there for you.
Same about him getting around. What do you think?
I'm afraid.
You're afraid to think?
Yes. So how much of the room there is gonna have to be destroyed?
From probably this way, right through here.
All the way into the bathroom?
Yeah, guessing, calculating it, yes. Tomorrow we'll know
So it
for
would be under
sure.
the bathtub?
I don't know. What tomorrow we'll know once we have this exposed, and we can put the camera back through.
So if you have to go into the bathtub, what do you do?
We have to go in the bathtub. But I mean, that's not a guarantee. Who's to say this pipe's not just running out? Like, we're gonna have to go in and just kind of look at that. Obviously. If the pipe goes, it could have a chance to turn outside. If it goes outside, that's discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it goes outside, we're gonna have to track it back in. So it will get more expensive if the pipe goes outside. We have to dig it with a tractor because it's a lot deeper. Because under here we're hand digging 2 feet. But right up there, it's 8 foot deep, 4 foot, 6 foot, 8 foot deep. It's gonna be a lot more expensive because it's more expensive to have a machine rig that's going down.
So you can't give me a price?
I can give you a starting price of, from there up to here, and after that the pipe's priced by the foot inside, and then outside when the kitchen goes outside, we'll talk what the price is on the outside.
So how much just for that?
Roughly a little more than what Roman's work was, roughly, like right around.
So how will you go underneath the wall here?
Tunnel it. So we'll stop the jackhammer and cut the floor at this wall. We'll start it at this wall, and then we'll pull the pipe from the machine.
You couldn't do that under the tub?
We can try.
If
I
it
don't know.
goes under the tub?
We can try, but it's very tricky. If the connection's under the middle of the tub, we just have to pull it from the wall.
Then what do you do when you pull the tub out? Do you put it back?
We can, but it won't be professionally sealed back in place. We'll just set it back into place. We'd have to have a bathroom person come and get it approved.
And you don't have any recommendations for any of that, or?
We can refer you to people. Where we refer to is we just grab the top list recommendations from BBB, the Better Business Bureau, because they're the top rated. We just recommend you reach out to them and see what they can do.
So how much would that just have to be?
Right around 9.
Hmm. 9,000 just for that?
9,000?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
could potentially be looking at $15,000 or $20,000 to get this all done.
Potentially, yes, sir. On average, that's usually when it's all said and done, a full line under concrete. On average, it's anywhere from 15 on average.
What do you say?
He said on average, that's about what it is, 15 to 20,000.
Jeez. We darn near have to take out a reverse mortgage to pay for all that.
Well, we should call the insurance company.
So once, so to speak, work's begun, we start taking pictures and document everything, and we build like a very big packet and override in them to everybody can look at it. Because I mean, as of right now, contractor insurance, you know, tell them the pipes failed, but there's no, so to speak, proof. So that's where insurance kind of steers away. And
So now, what happens if you dig all that up and there's no broken?
and the pipes, once we dig right here, like the concrete, and break a section out, that's what we use for the proof of where the blockage was. And we break the pipe open and show, you know, the blockage in the broken pipe. That's our proof, our documentation that the pipe is failed.
If it's not broken, then what?
The pipe's going to be broken
Oh,
eventually.
it is?
Yeah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, like, almost always the pipe is broken, but even if it's not, like, broken in half, so to speak, we just say the system failed suddenly, which in this case it did, because one day it was working, the next day it wasn't. So we can say one of those two things to them and to say. Because I mean, essentially, as we're speaking, the system did fail. It was working earlier, and now it's not. We attempted servicing the system with a snake. That did not do it justice, so here we are now, and the system still failed.
And you don't think it would do any good to snake it anymore for now, or?
If Carlos was getting stuck anyway, you know, a few times, the pipe itself, it's a pipe issue.
Okay.
Just telling you from experience, it's a pipe issue.
Well, so it wouldn't do any good for us to run that hydro whatever.
You can attempt it, but I mean, every 8 out of 10 people that do the hydro jetting, they end up replacing the pipe, and that's the extra expense. It's when you have the hydro jetting comes into play in like newer homes that already have plastic pipe, but if you have even old iron pipe,
I'm sure we have the iron pipe.
it's from what we could see before we got like all that black gunk, it was iron pipe.
Huh. Well, I guess we don't have any choice.
Don't sound like it.
Something that we do offer within AAA, we do offer a senior discount just when we apply to you guys.
Yeah, it definitely applies to us. Plus we're members.
Yep, so you also get that as well.
I know some gonna help a lot, but it'll help some.
Like a little bit does help.
Yeah. Well,
Not much choice.
so will we be able to use the water while you're doing this?
Like
The bathroom?
yes, ma'am. The only time we won't be able to use the restroom is when we cut into the main line
Right.
to attach that fitting to run the new pipe to the kitchen. For about an hour or two, we'll ask you not to use it, just so the
Yeah.
pipe's dry so we can glue it again.
Okay. So you'd be able to get that? Friday you come and put the roof back down, or? Will you be able to put furniture back up then or not?
Yeah, the carpet just won't, like we talked about, like if you
Well,
push back
right.
in place, that'll just be laid down, so you could, see some little rips.
Well, we see those now. I need the carpet, but I
That's
didn't
something
want.
we can do for you.
Okay. Well, we don't really have a lot of choice, so I guess.
Well, some.
So you said wait to call the insurance till we know this is going on, or should we call them?
So I recommend, where I've seen insurance help the most is once we're underway and we have all the documentation being, built and provided. That way we can provide the documentation proof instantly for insurance, so we can work back and forth together. That way we can seal the deal quickly. That's the best and most efficient way.
Okay. All right. Okay. So how early would you start?
We'd be here by 8:30 tonight, tomorrow.
8:30 in the night. Okay, that's great.
I mean, it could be a little later, no later than 10. The only reason I say that is we have meetings in the morning, so depending on what time we leave the meeting and head to the warehouse to pick up our material, earlier.
So you're gonna have any trouble, you'll just come through the front door? Okay. Or will you have to take out the front window?
I mean, we could if you want us to climb through it like Tarzan or something. I mean, sounds like a lot of extra work on our legs. I prefer the door. It's nice and wide.
Okay. Well, then I guess that's what we'll have to do.
Okay. Let me write up some documents for you guys. I'm gonna work some discounts. Anything I can help on my end to help you guys out, I'm gonna put that in there. And then from there we'll kind of sit down and go over all the documents and go from there.
Okay.
Okay. Let me put this in the truck because I don't want to lose this guy.
I bet that's expensive.
It's a very expensive tool. It's just over what one could help you with for it.
Oh.
It's a very.
I'll trade you.
What are you gonna trade me for though? That's
I don't
the
know.
question.
I don't think I have anything that expensive in my house.
I'm open to trades because at the end of the day, the tool itself belongs to AAA. So I mean, I'm open to trades. I mean, it's been a very long day, so I mean, you got like good cookies. Who's to say? I
Well, if you
trade.
weren't gonna be in my kitchen, I'd fix you some good cookies.
The cost of plumbing equipment has gone very expensive. Like
Well, everything's gotten so expensive though.
my camera that's in there, that camera's $12,000.
Yeah, it's awful.
And this tool itself is 8,200 without a battery. With a battery it's 8,600. So
Who was it?
It was Roto-Rooter.
Roto-Rooter?
Yeah. So I
I
left.
I don't even see their trucks around.
Yeah, they've kind of gotten a little less popular. So I left. I went from high school to Roto-Rooter. I left Roto-Rooter, and I've been AAA ever since. AAA, which you don't even have to do that. You can become an A.
Everybody you would talk to that works there loves working there.
I love it. It's a great environment. The managers are very friendly. Um, it's a family feeling when you're working there. So,
Hmm.
I don't plan on leaving unless I just ever relocate. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know people have said that AAA is more expensive than some other companies, but are they
They are.
quite a bit or?
We're competitive with all the full service companies. What I mean by full service companies that offer, heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing service. Um, we're very competitive with other full service companies. Now, if it's someone like a guy named Chuck that just has, a
Oh.
pickup truck, I mean, we can't compete with him because he's probably just charging enough to cover his tank of gas to come over. But
I I made the mistake of having I saw an ad.
uh-oh. No, don't say ad. That always ends badly.
It was terrible. The guy came in. This was at our other house, and
Okay.
the plumbing had backed up. We were always having trouble with plumbing there.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, down in the basement, you have to go through the drain in the basement. That's how they always unplug it, is through the drain in the basement. And he goes, well, I hurt my leg. He says, I really want to go down the stairs with this machine. He says, so I'll just take your toilet off in your bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he took it off. I had shit all over the walls, everywhere. So he goes, oh, that didn't work. I says, I told you it wouldn't work. So then he went downstairs, and he took the toilet off down there and went in the bathroom in there and did the same thing. Then finally went down the main drain. I had to pay for all these gaskets for all my toilets, and he made me sign something that the mess they made, they didn't have to clean up. So I got to scrub walls. It was a nightmare.
With us, our plumbers. Obviously we're not cleaners. We're not professional house cleaners.
No,
With
but
us, we do the very best job that we can.
I've had them do that before, and in the bathroom there, I had
on average,
never had a mess.
what I've seen on average left over is maybe like a little pile of crumbs, like maybe a few
Yeah,
chips
no,
of
they
dirt.
didn't mess like that ever. That was, like I said, it was a nightmare. And they're still around. I see them still have ads around, and I thought,
Who was it?
yeah.
What was that?
I just thought of it the other day.
Was it Jake the Snake?
No?
No.
Oh man, I can't think of it right now. But yeah, it was supposed to be a good one. Yeah. They said that's it. I'll never do that again, and I never have.
Let me go grab some tools and I'll get back to you.
Now that you have to listen to my woes.
No, it was very cool to hear.
My mess.
I'm sorry you had the mess, but nonetheless, it was an interesting story for a Tuesday. If it was Monday, it would have been better. So.
What was the name of that company?
Gosh,
I don't know.
I had kept the paperwork because I never wanted to call them again. Oh, we're gonna have a mess.
Rotor-Rooter?
No, no, no. It wasn't. No.